Hey, what's up, everyone? So I'm here in Coimbra. I think I said it right. I probably butchered it. So I am on the El Camino, Portugal, in Coimbra, and I'm already a little over a third of the way through. I figured this would be a great time to stop and kind of go through my gear. This video is going to be on the 5 things I'm glad I brought. I did a little bit of research. I'm pretty impulsive when it comes to my trips. So I did a little bit of research, got on a couple groups, and I got some mixed, what I should bring, what I shouldn't bring. So these 5 things, so glad I brought, and you guys should bring it too. Hopefully this video will be helpful to you guys. All right, let me go ahead and flip this over and go ahead and get started. All right. Well, the first thing I'm so glad I brought was suntan lotion. And it's definitely pays to bring it because around here, if you can find it, it's like at 15 euros for like a small bottle or something like that. So to go through the airport, because I only have a 40-liter pack, I filled up. I only brought one bottle, a 3-ounce bottle, which for me, I have olive skin, so for me that's more than enough. And so glad I brought it because when you're hiking through the El Camino, at least the El Camino in Portugal, I'd say like 90% of the time you're in the sun. So huge, huge, huge. I didn't bring a hat because it's so hot. Most of the heat, escapes to the top of your head. So I knew I'd just be sweating and everything else. So I just walk around, throw some of this on, and wow, it's totally saved me. I still have a little sunburn because I'm not putting it on as often as I should, but so glad I brought it. You guys definitely have to bring some. The next thing, sunglasses, and I recommend that this type of style, the one that kind of just wraps around the side of your eyes and just covers everything. This is the I think the bipolar type or whatever it's called. Well, polarized bipolar. What am I thinking? Polarized. I think there's some X's. This is the polarized glasses. So that, yeah, great. So glad I used it. I have them on like all day long. Third thing, first time using this, a buff. So if you guys don't know it, you could use this for there's like 6 different things you could use this for. So this could cover your head, it could cover your neck, it could cover your mouth. The biggest reason I've been using this, I figured just in case it got cold or whatever, I could throw it over my head. The only time I've used this about 4 or 5 times maybe, and every time it's when I go through the farms, and maybe it's the season that I'm going through or whatever, but they're always working outside, and these big machines are turning over all this dirt, and it's always kicking up dust. Or when I'm walking through like all the dusty roads, on a car drives by, picks up all this dirt and everything else. I usually keep this in my side pocket, and when that happens, I just pull it out, put it over my mouth. Or I just cover my mouth with it if it's going to be a lot of traffic, and save me from eating a lot of dirt. The next thing is this book right here, this guidebook. It was a blessing. This is like the most popular one. Everyone uses this one, and it's just been great. It gives you all the detail. It's really lightweight. Gives you all the details. You got the maps are great. Let you know what's going on in the city, all the albergues, a few of the hotels. Highly recommend this one. This one was so good. So glad I bought this one. And that's the author there. And I believe he does make it also for the French way. The last out of the 5 was the hiking poles. Huge. So big. I take it with me every time I hike. I do a lot of hiking, but I've seen some people on this trip actually, and there's only been a handful. I haven't seen a whole lot of pilgrims, but they're already starting to get like knee, back pain, and some foot problems. And I think that this would have definitely helped out. If you're going, and not even just going uphill and downhill, just for balance. If your knee's starting to bug you, because you're walking 30 kilometers, that's like 20 miles a day. So when you're doing that, that's huge. If your knee starts to bug you or whatever, you could kind of, almost use it as a crutch as you're going. And then of course uphill, downhill gives you a little bit of traction. And it actually helped me, it defended me against a dog. So definitely super helpful. So that was my 5 things. So yeah, again, so the hiking poles, awesome. You're definitely going to need it if you want to save your knees a little bit. And it actually, I actually had to use that against some wild dog that was just running around and got like in my face, like super aggressive. I just kind of put my poles up again, as if I was going to jab him, and that was enough. It kind of backed up. If I didn't have that, I don't know. It could maybe I would have got bit. So that was good for defense, for walking, your knees, everything else. Guidebook, that was a blessing. The buff, definitely so glad I brought it. So glad I brought it. I was gonna bring like this heavy, wool cap just in case it got too cold or whatever. That would have been totally useless. I would have just thrown it away or gave it away. So glad I got that. And again, it was more for just to cover the dust. Sunglasses, a must. You're gonna be in the sun 90% of the time. And then sunblock for sure. You're gonna need that. So I hope that was helpful to you guys. That was the top 5 things I'm so glad I brought that I wasn't sure about. So, alright guys, well thanks again for watching, and if you guys are going to be doing the Camino, buen Camino, and catch you next one. Peace.